it's good to be in Vegas. You know, I know my way around. I'm here every year. I can't help but be here sometimes. So, boxed here as an amateur, sit on the stage, boxed here as a pro, always successful. I think just as I envisioned, Badou Jack kind of needs that little bit of support that he's got out of him. You know, he's got meet and greet. He was jumped up. He was on stage with family members that were getting a bit rowdy. You know, here now, even Leonard Ellaby's on the stage, like trying to sing into a confident state. Talks about being a non-talker and that I talk too much. I haven't really said that much. All I said is that he's a good fighter. So there's the first nice thing I said about him. I'm a better fighter. I haven't really said much else.
You kind of suggested that there's mental weaknesses there, though.
I think there is. You know, I admire him and I applaud him. He took himself out from Sweden, come all the way to Las Vegas, walked into what must be an intimidating gym, Mayweather gym, and decided to make it his home. But at the same time, he's now surrounded by, you know, an adopted family. He's got all his club mates, so to speak, fighting on the card. He's under the Mayweather banner. He's first day he hasn't shown up head to toe in TMT gear. So he talks about being the strong silent type, and confidence is being quiet. But he's on two face-offs now, and both times he's had to talk to me. So today he's had to talk to me. I didn't say a word. I'm not the one talking, and. As I say, he's in a position where he hasn't been before. You know, I walked out of the MGM this morning and he didn't look that big to me because I've been in a big old stadium. You know,
80,000 at Wembley.
Yeah. So he's you know, this is new to him. Usually Floyd might be sitting ringside supporting him. Floyd's going to be busy that night. He's in the changing room. Everyone else can be busy that night. And the problem with surrounding yourself with a lot of people for comfort is when you step through the ropes, you're all on the road. And as I say, I think he's trained hard, he's got himself in good shape. He's calling it a 50-50 fight. He's going to hope after a few rounds he's still in the fight and he can then gain and try to pull some momentum from there. But you know, we don't plan to let him do that. And I don't need to rely on mental weaknesses. He's got them. Perfect. He doesn't. You know, fair play to him. He's a champion now. It's his first fight as a champion. It's different. You know, that's something I can't relate to. I've never been a world champion, but I've been in some super high pressure fights, and I've always boxed well in the draw. So we'll see how Jack does this time round. The pressure of being a champion.
Because in a sense, is there almost less pressure on you in this fight than there was in that second Carl Froch fight, in the way you feel?
Yeah, I mean, every
you know how much attention there was in the UK for that fight? Right, it was just enormous.
Every fight you feel the pressure because it's more important than the last. My last fight against Dennis Douglas, who was no one had heard of at home, was a high pressure fight because I can't lose it. This one, same again, it's your third time for a world title, you can't lose it unless we were last. Certainly, I know what it's like to lose a world title challenge because you can take a massive step back. It took me a year now to get back in this position. I waste that, I ain't going to. But of course, not having the responsibility of promoting the fight, selling a pay-per-view, and you know, just concentrating on the boxing. We've had 9 months really since the beginning of the year to prepare for this. When does any boxer at my stage get the luxury of doing that? So you know, we've had like 3 mini camps where we'll peak, go on holiday for 2 weeks, you know, relax, come back, train again, and then we come 2 months out here, big there where I've had my phone off, I haven't spoken to anyone, no one bothers me when I go down the road, no one, you know, if they want to say something nice or something nasty, you know, it still can consume energy, you know. As much as I get billed as being a big talker, I don't really like talking. I certainly don't like talking about boxing, not when I'm trying to eat my Carluccio's breakfast on a Sunday morning, you know? So it's been great. This is perfect for me. You know, the fact that the boxer on a Mayweather card, they disrespect Mayweather, that's great. I think in time I'll really appreciate that. Right now, I could care less about that. The fact of the matter is that I'm boxing the MGM brand, Las Vegas, big world title. People can text me that from home. They're proud. Do you know what I mean? It's like dream of as a kid. I've experienced many things in my pro career, and I plan to win this world title and then build from there and experience a whole lot more. But right now, to tick off world title challenge, Las Vegas on the bucket list at 27 after 23 fights.
How do you see the fight? How do you see the fight unfolding? You obviously studied tape on Badou. You know your style. How do you think it's going to go?
I don't want to give too much away because, but what I can say is I haven't had to change much in the way I fight. I think for this fight, you know, I feel my jab's going to be key. I feel I'm going to find a home for my right hand, and I feel when I start getting his timing down, he also leaves the right side of his face exposed by dropping his right hand when he jabs, and I'll let my left hook go as well. So, you know, I say he's a good fighter. He is a good fighter. He's not a great fighter. There ain't many great fighters out there at the moment, but I'm a better fighter. So by that, I beat him long range, mid range, and short range. I've got faster hands. I think I hit harder. I think he works a lot on his, talks a lot about his defences and his stamina. But he didn't go through the gears when he boxed Durrell. It was the same monotonous pace for 12 rounds. So he talks about his defences. He's got hit a lot in that fight. You know, we all get hit. That's why we watch boxing. You know, Floyd Mayweather, great defence, still gets hit. Otherwise, who would watch? You know.
It's 2 in the morning when you're fighting. Half of the country will be up. Do you remember yourself staying up to watch Mayweather fight?
Yeah, I mean, I must have stayed up for a few. Hatton, I was on an England squad in Sheffield. We all got up, we all chipped in a $5 each, and I can't remember, I don't know why, I think it was the guy at the Premier Inn was just stitching us up. He said, oh, you've all got to pay a $5, and then because we got to pay for it. I said, alright, yeah, so about 15 of us, and then really had a good night, you know. Yeah, so that Hatton's probably one of the earliest, and then I can't think what else. I was literally just missed when he boxed at the Flamingo. It was a controversial decision, which the guy said must have been Castillo. Because it was at the final, because
Thomas and Matt,
because must have been 2003 or so, because that was
2005 or 6. No, 5 or 6 you were. Floyd Castillo, the first one. Oh, Floyd Castillo.
Yeah, right, yeah.
It was Berto. 2002.
Yeah. The trainers flew out 3 days early to watch it, and they did like pro boxing because they're amateur coaches. You know what I mean? What was it like? It was rubbish. Great.
You know, going from Wembley Stadium to 80,000, like you said, and then how do you use that to your advantage, being that Jack has never fought on that type of stage, and now you're on the bright lights of Las Vegas?
I think it's hard to gauge what experience actually is until you're going to apply it. You know, we'll see who can apply what on Saturday night. I boxed for the Commonwealth title at the Emian Arena on David A's undercard on a pay-per-view card, cheap support, and I might fight against a guy who's far more experienced than me and knocked him out in 3 or 4 rounds. So, you know, I've been in high-pressure situations and dealt with them. You know, whether it be fighting James Gow as an amateur, you know, in the ABAs at Brent Town Hall, and there was only probably 700 people in there, but it felt like 70,000. So. And that goes all the way through, whether it is, I always fight in sold out places, so whether it's York or 1100, Emian Arena 20,000, O2 15,000 or 80,000 in the football stadium, I always feel the same when you're in the ring. As I say, I've got a good experience.
That's it, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Headline on Sunday?
What's that?
What's the headline on Sunday?
After party, the season's buffet.
George, 2 seconds.